श्री श्री आनंदमयी मात की जय. When I was about 5 or 6 years of age and stayed at my maternal uncle's home, the local postman, Harish, a Shudra by caste, also stayed in the house. He had a simple and loving nature and behaved as one very close to this body. Many propitious signs were visible in him. He always kept his eyes lowered when talking to people, and everyone spoke well of him. On arriving in Vidyakut from Ashtagram, this body discovered that Harish had been transferred and was the postman there. He was very happy to see me again after a long time. Just as in the dark the beam of a torch reveals clearly the object upon which its light falls, so did this body's glance reveal that Harish was transformed and advancing in his spiritual life. This body saw clearly that there was something extraordinary within him. When she was young and had visited her maternal uncle's home, Harish had often carried her in his arms or upon his shoulders. Later, when I went to Birhum in 1932, I heard from people that he had advanced so much on his spiritual path that he had discarded his body in a state of Samadhi, a state in which the mind is either completely focused on its object of contemplation or ceases to function and only pure consciousness remains, revealing itself to itself. In such a state, if a man leaves his body, he is free from the cycle of life and death. A large number of people had received his blessings. His wife was now practicing sadhana at the site of his samadhi. The only difference between such an evolved sadhaka and a yogi who gives up his body is that the latter leaves his body by choice, and at the time of exiting from the physical, he retains the consciousness of the body that he is leaving. On the other hand, the man who gives up his mortal frame in absolute samadhi is not conscious of the physical body nor of any effort to give it up. The sanskaras of life and death cease to function in him, and as soon as the karma of his past lives is worked out, the body naturally drops off. Shri Shri Anandamayi Mat Ki Jai.